So it's good to have someone to talk to. I realized that growing up as kids, I don't know if it was based off of um my age, the millennial, of course. We're not a Gen Z, millennial. We had little or no opportunity to have maybe a mentor, a guide, or something. We're just faced with life like authentically, like just whatever comes, just go with the flow. And this is something. Hey, lovely souls, how you all doing? It's a beautiful day, and today I'm all set for you with my beauty content, of course. Yay! Who's excited? It's been a while I did this, and however, I'm bringing you something different, something I'm getting ready to go out, and I just want to carry you along while I do my makeup, get myself all set for my outing. So, come with me. Alright, so welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time of joining me, do well to sit back, enjoy the show, and just indulge, basically. So it's not like I'm gonna be teaching you how to make up. Well, it's not like I'm going to be teaching you how to make up, but still, you can learn 2 or 3 from what I'll be doing. So usually before I start makeup, I love to just moisturize my hands and just keep it hydrated. Okay, so for my face, I already have my lip gloss on, so keep my lips hydrated. I already have my face prepared. I had my serum already definitely cleansed. I had my serum, also had my moisturizer and my SPF. So I'm just going to be going straight into my primer, which is this cherry mix right here. I forgot to bring my little hand mirror, so I'm just going to be using this little one with me, half and gold. If this is your first time of joining us, I'd like you to know that this channel here on Emerald and Gold, we focus on fashion, faith, lifestyle, wellness, and what else? Music. I've not really brought anything music on here, except for my shorts uploads. But I love music. It's part of my hobby. I know how to sing very well. I'm not giving myself unnecessary credit, but it's the truth. So I love to sing. And so fixing my primer. That's because the hand has a little bit of warmth, and then you can allow for perspiration and evenness when you're applying the primer, especially considering my primer is a mattifying primer, so it means it will get dry easily, which if you're looking closely now, you will see it already that it's already getting dry. Anyways, I have a spray bottle, a water spray bottle, which I always use to top hydrate my skin when I feel it's a little dry, because I don't have an oily skin. I have I don't want to say combination. I don't think I have a combination skin. My skin is quite sensitive. Like, I react easily to stuff, the environment, the weather, and some food, and some products too. So my skin is very sensitive, but I have a dry to combination skin. Yeah, because my face can stay so dry. Like, especially when I have the makeup done, the makeup can last me for 24 hours. In short, when you see me after 24 hours, you ask me, did I just make myself up? So that's it about my skin. So let's move forward. Keep it a little bit moisturized. And now to my beauty blender, using this one. Maybe when I'm doing my lighting and contouring, I might use this later. And so I'm going to be using Fit Me Maybelline in the color 334 Warm Sun. Yeah. I know my skin is light. I don't know. I'm light skin, not like light. I could say caramel thereabouts. But I just love to use shades that are slightly darker than me, because I always have this feeling that I'm a dark person, and I'm not fair, even though I know in my mind that I'm not dark. I just always want to give myself the benefit of the doubt that I am dark skinned. However, God said no. So usually when I'm doing this, I don't go into my under eye corner. I just avoid that area, because my concealer comes there. So I respect the concealer and give room for that. And another thing I always do is, before I begin my makeup, I usually make sure my foundation brush is slightly damp. Like, I intentionally wash it and leave it damp, because that way, our foundations are, even though they could be mattifying, they are water based. So it goes a long way to keep your brush a little hydrated, so that there's no confusion, when the foundation gets on the brush and it has to touch the skin, there's a balance. There's a balance in the moisture level, and it doesn't feel like, oh, you're just getting a dry brittle brush over your skin. So basically, that's what I do. That's my own secrets. My own secret I just let out. Not like I learned that somewhere or someone told me, but it's just what I noticed that helps keep. And then it also makes the foundation sit in real quick. It makes the foundation sit in real quick into your skin. So one thing I need you to understand is that when you're fixing your makeup, don't be too quick to judge your foundation. There are times where you apply your foundation and it feels like it's not sitting into your skin just yet, and you're beginning to lose patience as to trusting the process. For me, I'd say blending is the secret. Like, give it time, cover all the areas, keep going. You can see the way I'm doing. I'm going into all areas and I am pressing here. That's what I'm doing. So the first thing you want to do is swipe through to spread it around, then you press in so that the pores receives what you are giving it, right? And that's what I do. Bring it around my T-zone. Avoid my edges. Bring it around my T-zone. And for those of you that will say, oh, our brows are so full, should you remember to cap them? So I remember to cap them, but I don't cap my brows. I usually cap. I used to cap my brows before until I started reacting. If you remember, I said earlier that I have a very sensitive skin, so that's my own trick right there. So there are times where I just feel like, okay, I still want to cover some part of my face, and then I can go into it. I usually used to. So I start with my Fit Me. So it's Fit Me Matte Poreless Normal to Oily Skin. So this does not give you that absolute coverage, but because it says for normal to oily, so that means it has perfect dryness. But because my skin is the dry kind of skin, like it's not so oily, I don't use excess of this. I just use this to like boost what is there, what I've given from there, what I got from that other one. I just press a little from here and put around my cheekbone and towards this part of my face as well. With T-zone, I just do that just to highlight the place. Of course, that's not my concealer, but I just love to do this so that I'm preparing, like it's like a prep for my highlighting to come. So that's basically what I do. And then I also press in. Remember I said I only do this around my teeth and then around my cheeks. Yeah, I had a little breakout, so I have a sensitive skin. You already know by now. I had something I was not supposed to eat out of not greed, out of craving. I've been long avoiding it. I knew it was time. I just had to break the chain. But unfortunately, the chain broke me and I broke out. Okay, so there's something I wanted to discuss with us. I wanted to discuss with you, like, I want to be sure my microphone is well placed. So, recently I had a talk with somebody, and it was more like an opportunity to encourage the person and just make them feel like they are doing very well, which of course they are doing well. So I noticed that there are some people. Okay. Now it was more of a matter of self-validation, like like being aware of yourself, because this is something I always buttress on whenever I come on here to talk. There's nothing that beats you knowing who you are, having a purpose, and standing for what, like holding on to your values, so to say. Nothing beats that, really. And if you are such a person that has not really come to an understanding of who you are, what your purpose for living is, what your goals are, what visions drive you, then I think it's time for you to sit down and have everything. Because I noticed that a lot of people tend to second guess themselves, such that they do not really know where they stand when it comes to making decisions, taking huge steps or making progress and all of that. Okay, I'm just trying to be sure it's the right shade of concealer. So this is me putting in my concealer. This is the stage where I spread it out and get ready to blend. And I must also say that I like to do this. When I say I like to do that, you see why I said so. Very soon. I must also say that being self-aware would pave way for avoiding wrong decisions in life. Because moments where... So the truth is, once you are able to, you know what works for you, you know what rocks your boat, and you also do not seek external validation, right? You know when to make decisions, because see, there are critical moments where you feel like you just need somebody, like sincerely, you need somebody to tell you what to do. Okay, let me use an example. I always love to use myself as an example. There was this time I don't really like, but when I'm sitting down to talk to you guys, I don't really like bringing people's discussion to the table. Like, let me give you an example. For instance, if I'd had like some talk with people, or a person or a group of people, if I've had like a discussion with certain people, and of course we've had an X-ray on how to conclude that discussion. I really don't like bringing it to the surface on here. It's just my way of life. I think I uphold self-respect, and because I'm a very self-respectable person, I also try as much as possible to extend the same energy to people around me. So when I have discussions with people, except it's something chaotic, like there was this time I brought in a topic where myself and a lady had an altercation and it didn't go down well. That was because I felt hot. I just had to pour it out here and just encourage someone out there. So, but for this one where we get to sit and maybe in an intimate space, not necessarily intimate, but in a more understandable space, I really don't like bringing in topics from people's discussion. I like using myself as a subject. So that's why I wouldn't really want to go into certain details. But in this instance, it's more like, when you've had a talk with people, with a person, based off of your profession or your what drives you, what you're enthusiastic about. For me, it's mental health. So I love to discuss with people. I love to talk to them about growth, about peace of mind, about personal ways, and just stuff that would just like pave way for interaction and then encouragement, self conviction and all of that. So these are the things that drives me and also helps me build relationship with people. So and I noticed that along the line, a ton of people see when they say the brain stops developing at the age of 24 to 25, and then like it has gotten to the full capacity of accountability, understanding, navigating everything, responses, the linkage and everything, and every action that should give a reaction and counter reaction and all of that. It's not necessarily easy like that. I would say so because as much as I feel everyone reaches a point where they've grown and there's no need for second guessing and you already just know how to navigate life, there's always this confusion lingering around to a certain extent. You just can't know it all. That's what I'm trying to say. You just can't know it all. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Yes, we are always striving to be better versions of ourselves than we were in the past. I just try to play around it, and then I blend both hands so that there's no ash line at any intercept. It's good to have someone you can run to and talk to, because see, just like I said, I'm using myself as an example. There are certain things that I have done or that I went through in the past that if I had a close range mentor, because all my life my sister has been my mentor, and when I say my sister has been my mentor, that's because I seriously look up to her. Like, I really adore her kind of person, and if I'm looking for someone I want to look like, it has to be my sister. So she's the one I always run to when I need to get clarity and all of that. But that said, at some stage in my life, she was far away from me because, of course, nationality came into play and she relocated. But God so good I've done that. That story for another day. But back to what I was saying, what I was trying to explain. You can see the evenness already. So there are no ash line. Everything sits into each other. Then my baking powder now. And for that, I'm going to be using my wedge. So I usually use an Revolution Banana Light baking powder for my face. It gives me exactly the setting I want. So I love to use it. So it's good to have someone to talk to. I realized that growing up as kids, I don't know if it was based off of um my age, the millennial, of course. We're not the Gen Z, millennial. We had we had little or no opportunity to have maybe a mentor, a guide, or something. We're just faced with life like authentically, like just whatever comes, just go with the flow, you know. And this is something that I solely kick against, because you can't navigate life on your own. You would feel like you're running around a maze unaided, like without results. I feel that children of this generation, young youths now, have more advantage, because I mean it has really come to people's awareness that mental health, social guidance and counseling, social upliftment goes a long way in shaping people's mindsets and also helping them make decisions in life, guiding them through the right pathway. And that's something that we never really had, because we just had to like navigate life by ourselves. I'm not wearing my apron. It's really easy to stand up now to get it, because it's not here with me. So I'm just gonna toss this over here because I'm wearing a black dress and I don't want to get it stained. So bear with me, please. Anyways, each time I come on here to do my makeup, you would always see me wearing black, because that's one thing about we makeup artists. We always like to wear black so that when we have stains, we don't feel bad. We can easily wash them off. We just use it has like a mascara on hand. Use it to like brush the brow all the way up to give it that consistency and that evenness. So I stopped having my brows because I react. I usually get burns and it's always so irritating and uncomfortable. So I stopped carving my brows. So instead of carving, what I just do is when I have to do my brows, I'll show you the trick. There's no point talking. When I have to do my brows, I just go in to like use the pencil to create the edges, and then I hand it. So I do it against the brow or around the brow, depends on what direction I'm at. I just disregard the brow and just continue what I have to do. That's basically what I do. And then I do the same thing here. And just so you know, there are moments where I don't even do anything. There are moments where I don't use the pencil. I just define my brows and it comes out so nice. Because I mean, my brows are very fun. I love them. They're so healthy. Edges of the brows that I have drawn around my natural brow, I just brush it into the region to give it that natural feel. Because I mean, my brows are too thick already, so it will only make sense for me to blend in and not give it much more volume than it already has. I don't know if so. Remember, I said we're doing everyday look. So tell me, how do I look? Beautiful, I guess. The whole essence is that you should be self-aware, know yourself, validate yourself, because you can only be the one to stand up for yourself when nobody is there. So if you are in a space where you always try to put all your eggs in one basket, and that basket is what people think about you, or what people tell you to do, or what they tell you, or what they perceive you to be, then it's going to be very hard for you to navigate life. So the whole essence of my little pet talk is that, in as much as it can be very confusing sometimes to make decisions and go about life by yourself, and you want to just seek that therapy or advice or guidance, it's also good that you sit back. Try to do those things that would make you experience yourself. You should experience yourself. When you experience yourself, you no longer want to experience external validation. The word for you is experience yourself. Explore. Get enlightened by your own personal view of things. Do things that will just excite you. Try new things. Go out. Go out alone. When I say God, I don't mean with people. Go out alone. Do things alone. Try to just see yourself for who you are. Know yourself. Because if you do not know yourself, how do you want to know other people? So once you understand who you are, you know what your do's and don'ts are, your pros and cons, then it'll be easy for you to navigate life. It'll be easy for you to find a balance, and no one can take you for a ride when you've not approved of that ride, right? Alright, so that's it. So this is, I know I said it's everyday look, but I know for some people they will say, this one is not everyday look, or this one looks like maybe traditional look or runway or whatever. But anyway, this is my minimal look, except for moments where I'm rushing to church and I just do. I just rush and just touch up and just whatever. So anyways, this is my final look, and you could go for an everyday look, you could go for an editorial look, you could also go for Owambe party vibe, maybe with a gele or with your hair let down. Now I have my natural hair, so this is more like my office look. So anyways, I hope you like this, and I hope to see you in my next video. Until then, please do well to subscribe, do well to give this video a thumbs up, do well to share, like, and comment. Tell a friend to tell a friend and another friend that Emerald and Gold YouTube channel is a place to be. Alright, thank you so much for sticking by. I'll see you once again next time. Bye bye.